Hi again, my name is Rita, and today's podcast is going to discuss women, youth, and AI. So, I feel like we've talked so much about the downturns of AI and the ethical scope that is revolving around these negative outcomes that we're seeing, that it's perhaps time to focus on our change making mission here at CISH. So, today, in order for us to discuss this topic, we have with us Zena and Cyril, who are both interns at CISH. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, as CISH aims to empower youth change, especially in a world where young people are facing more and more challenges by the day, we are going to discuss in this segment how we, the youth, could be able to trigger this change-making process that we should all see in AI, especially in its ethical scope. So, Zena, what can you tell us about that?
I think it's very crucial because as AI is advancing very fast, the youth don't even have the time to adapt to protect their basic human rights. For this reason, it's very important to be as educated as possible to this topic. In other words, AI is being regulated as it is used, not before it is created. So I think it's that gaining a basic understanding and knowledge about AI, what it is, how it works, what impact it has on society is super important.
Yes, totally on board with you on that one. I feel like this also falls under our responsibility to perhaps promote ethical AI practices and advocate for them. Cyril, how important is it that we as youth take on responsibility these days as the heaviest burden falls on us?
Well, you see, Rita, the youth always has to keep in mind that at the end of the day, the main goal of AI is to help and serve people. Thus, the AI development process must be implemented with the basic ideas of things such as justice, equality, honesty, transparency, and a general respect for basic human rights. All young developers and those that will come after us must always remember that AI exists to benefit society. And that's about it.
Yes, so I see that both of you have really similar views on the topic. So Zena, building on what Cyril has said, how do you think we as youth can be involved in this perhaps rights advocacy?
I think advocating for all this ethical concern doesn't come in one way. I mean, we don't have to be a top engineer in AI companies to be part of that. For example, we can perhaps take part in public discussion. We can also express our opinion, ask questions about the role of AI and its impact on youth rights. And all these actions together can actually have a concrete and real impact on how it will evolve in the future and in policymakers' decisions.
Yes, well, you see, Zena, another thing that is worth mentioning is the important but often overlooked concept of developing digital literacy. It is important for us and all of our fellow colleagues to help to be able to distinguish between discriminatory and non-discriminatory AI. Through advanced digital literacy, we can help point out certain biases in certain AI algorithms, much like, say, how one can help identify intelligently biased or even falsified news in the media. Through digital literacy, we can understand the full potential of AI and how it may benefit society, all the while knowing how to avoid any of its potential risks or any of its improper practices.
So thank you, Cyril. But building on this biased or discriminatory argument, these differences in AI accessibility and in reach are also translated on the gender role. At a time when digital technologies are actually changing everyday lives, we can see that women are often underrepresented in the research and in the design of these technologies and these algorithms. Their needs and experiences are often overlooked and ignored by designers, and the data used to train AI systems is often skewed towards women. So did you guys know that globally, women and girls are 25% less likely than men to know how to use these digital technologies for basic purposes and 4 times less likely to know how to program a computer? Zaina, do you have any insights on that?
Yes, I think it's flagrant and concerning that women are so underrepresented in this sector, especially in the machine learning companies, artificial intelligence researchers, and in professional software developers to 20%, 12%, and only 6% respectively. The gender imbalance poses major challenges in the future as they will develop tools that are biased.
So this is why, recognizing the urgent need to address this issue, UNESCO has placed the issue of gender equality in the realm of AI at the core of its fight in its 10 core principles. So Cyril, since you've intensively researched this topic here at CISH, could you please tell us more about it?
Well, yes, you are absolutely right, Rita, in that the UNESCO has in fact taken an important step in enhancing the participation of women in the AI sector. Recently, it has launched the Women for Ethical AI initiative, a collective platform that seeks to help the efforts of governments and companies worldwide in their use of AI. It will unite around 17 distinguished professionals in that sector from all around the world. Women from fields such as academia, civil service, the private sector, and many others, so that they could help create and distinguish non-discriminatory AI, help teach said governments and companies how to use said AI, and perhaps most importantly, encourage the participation of underrepresented groups in the AI sector, namely women and girls.
So exactly, thank you, Cyril. So in order for us to be actually able to tackle the issue from its core, we need to address the way AI is being programmed and the data that is being gathered around that. So Zaina, could you please tell us more about that?
Yeah, I think it's very important because addressing screw data is the first step in order to avoid misleading information and biased information. So the first risk is that already existing gender-specific biases will be reinforced and other new bias will emerge. Moreover, a lack of diversity in data, programming teams and approaches would lead to the creation of biased tools that consequently would provide wrong data and discriminatory results. This misleading process would affect everyday life of citizens. A disturbing example is when women's special health needs are ignored and medical diagnoses are made based solely on evidence collected by men. So yeah, I think it's overall a huge problem that we need to address while thinking about AI.
Thank you, Zaina. Thank you, Cyril. So as such, I think we can all agree that we should all be first-hand advocates of gender equality, of preserving youth rights in the spectrum of AI, as ethics should be implemented by us all, even in the gender realm, and even when we're talking about certain categories of age, mainly the youth, because they are the main future of AI, and they should be the ones leading this change-making mission that we at CISH here are pioneers in.
Thank you for having us here.